Hi everyone. Now, I can't tell you how good a mood I'm in because it's Friday. I got to do fireworks on Wednesday with my kids, so I'm going to talk about that later because I think it's important that you know. And three amazing things happened in Whitmore, and it's not even like out of this world things. It's just three more examples of how lovely a school we are. So I'm going to start off with the first one. Right, for years I wanted a school newspaper, and to make that happen, you need to make sure the pupils are writing it, or what's the point? And we've finally done it, and it is lovely. So it's called, very cleverly, the Whitmore Wavelength, and I like that. It's written by Jay and Amelie, and they're the editors. So other people write it in the end as well, but those are the two editors. And you are getting this today in your emails. So please, I don't know how you're getting it. I don't know if it's email or by text message, but please read it. Like, what will you get to hear about? You will get to hear about the autism base, which I'm so proud of. Like, I love the autism base, and you get to hear about Daisy the dog, who is our dog, and subject of the month. What would you pick as your subject of the month? Well, this week it's English. Teacher of the month, Mrs. Easton. That's a great choice. And you can also hear about the Cardiff Half Marathon, which we all did. Now, there's only one downside so far. I've looked through the photos. They've got SLT, so senior leadership team meeting. Daisy's in the seat that I normally sit in, but no photo of me. Page 2, teacher of the month. A great opportunity to talk about Mr. Robinson. No. And the Cardiff Half Marathon, the picture of all the people doing it has got someone's hand like this in front of my face. So there is still room for improvement, but overall, fantastic. Right, second thing, we've got a breakfast club. And what I always think about school is, why have we got really high attendance? Why have we got such high levels of people being happy in the school? Because pupils need different things. And breakfast club is a great way of making sure that for some pupils, they just need that bit at the beginning of the day where they feel really safe, feel really supported, have loads of friends around them, and it just sets them up for the day. And our breakfast club, run by Holly, is as good as it gets, in my opinion. The way that she makes kids feel in that room is it's not usual. So they got to go to the Houses of Parliament this week to try and basically they got an award. So Seth got an award for what he's doing in the Breakfast Club. So when you get an award and you get to go to the Houses of Parliament, that's pretty special. But then I got to watch this morning the video of Seth doing a presentation, so a minute-long presentation in front of a room full of 100 people, including MPs, and he represented Whitmore so well, himself so well, and the Breakfast Club, and we're just incredibly proud of him. Like, I can't get over how great he sounded. So well done to him. And I was in the Breakfast Club this morning, and they were all watching the video, and when they clapped him, they're just really proud of him, and they're really proud of themselves as well. So great. Well done to everyone involved with that. The next thing I saw was, so I was in that Breakfast Club, and they were having like a meeting. And often they'd kind of meet at breakfast, at lunch, at break time. And just the atmosphere in there and how happy those pupils were just delighted me. Right, so that's two things. The third thing was we had a school from England in this week, and and I mean it when I say it, the best school in England. And we were working with our primary schools as well and working about how we can work better together. And all these primary schools from Pembrokeshire, from Barry, and this school in England were around Whitmore, and all of them commented just how incredible the school seemed in terms of the way the kids reacting to pupils. So the way the pupils reacting to staff, the way they were in class, how quiet it was. So it's just another example where we're not just good in Wales. I think we're good across the whole of the UK. So again, I felt really proud. What else do I need to tell you about? Fireworks. Now, you won't know this about me. You think, well, he's in charge of two schools. He's probably quite used to being in charge of things. When it comes to fireworks, I was the youngest child of three. No one in my family thinks I can do anything because my brother and sister are both head teachers. So I'm always seen as the guy you could never trust with fireworks. Like, you would never let me, if you were my mum and dad or my brother and sister, they would not let me near a firework. But I'm in charge of my house. Do you mean? Well, I'm not really. My wife is. But I'm in that house, right? And I got to be the guy who sets off the fireworks in the garden. I know. So I went to the back of my garden. My kids were excited. They've still got hope that their dad knows what they're doing. They're like, Daddy, you can do it, can't you? I'm like, of course I can, children. I used a lighter, but I've never used lighters before, so I kept on burning my thumb. I went across there. They all had to be dug in, but I didn't know how to dig them into my garden. So I just kind of placed them and hoped for the best. And I'll tell you what, every single firework went in the same direction. And at the end, my children said I did a really good job. So, and in other news, Marmalade, the bearded dragon, wasn't scared by the fireworks because I chat GPT'd it and said, "Will bearded dragons get scared by fireworks?" They will. So I put like a cloth over his cage, or whatever you call it, and afterwards he seemed fine. So all in all, a great fireworks evening, a great week in school, and I'm excited about next week because next week we've got our sixth form open evening, and it's happening in Pencoitra, and I'm really excited for pupils of Whitmore and for parents of Whitmore just to see how great that school looks now. So I'll see lots of people next week in the open evening, and have a nice weekend.